time to pound the streets.
We'll have a wonderful time, darling.
What's this?
What's what, dear?
The dears, the darlings, they have a nice times.
Well, I mean, isn't that what you expect from a nice, sweet, boring window dressing wife?
That again.
Oh, you can add a few little physical symptoms now, like tired, aching, dragging, loss of appetite.
Sounds like morning sickness to me.
Not even close. These symptoms I recognize. Just another case of boredom. Boring. Do you really want to know what's bothering me, or are you just saying that to appease me?
I really want to know.
What about your work?
It can wait.
Okay. Well, I already told you that I'm bored. The point is, I think I have a cure.
All right, then why don't you explain it to me? I mean, obviously my concept of male-female relationships goes back to the Dark Ages.
I know that you want a baby. And you made that clear today and on numerous other occasions.
Hey, only if you want one too.
I do want one. I do. But first, I need to feel fulfilled. I need some excitement. Something challenging.
You want another scam? Another dice with danger?
If that's what it takes, yes.
Look, Holly, I've already explained my position on that. I will not have you involved in any life-threatening situations.
I need it, Robert.
No. Look, you've convinced yourself that you need it. I mean, the truth of the matter is you could be very happy leading a nice, leisurely life as my wife.
Shopping and lunching with the ladies.
A lot of people like that sort of activity.
Well, then you'd be very pleased to hear that today I'm having lunch with Tiffany and Claudia.
There you go.
Right. There I go.
Sounds like fun.
Fun is no excuse for overeating.
Then get pregnant. There's your excuse.
I hope you're kidding.
To a degree.
Pregnancy is not a solution to boredom.
Which kind of brings us full circle, doesn't it?
Well, at least now you know my position.
You're straight out blackmail. No detective work. No baby.
Believe me, if I thought that would work, I would try it.
Darling, it's out there, the solution, and together we're going to find it.
Where are you going?
Track down Grant Putnam. It's time for a few explanations.
Oh, finally you're taking my advice.
Well, you see, I just want to find out what happened to Campbell. Now, if Grant can throw some sort of light on that, I'm going to be eminently grateful to him.
Admit it. You suspect him, you have for a long time.
Maybe I do.
See?
On the other hand, maybe I don't. Enjoy your lunch. Hello there.
Commissioner, I'd like to stand, but as you can see...
Please stay seated. What happened?
Skiing accident. I'm waiting to see the doctor right now. Tell me, what brings you here?
Actually, it's you. I called your hotel and they said you were here.
Yeah, I've waited long enough. I imagine it's going to be a few more minutes before the doctor's available. What can I do for you?
Well, you see, it's this Campbell case. It's got us stumped. I've got the homicide division working on it round the clock, but they don't seem to be able to come up with anything.
Well, then you are convinced that there's some sort of foul play involved?
Well, not exactly. Could be we're not looking in the right places, or that he doesn't want to be found. Let's assume foul play for a minute.
I've already told you everything I know.
Yeah, I know that. I just want to go over a few points that maybe I missed out, perhaps something obvious that I discarded for whatever reason.
If there's anything I can do to help, I'll be happy to. You know that.
Actually, I don't. I half expect you to tell me to get lost. People will do that. They'll cooperate once, but rarely twice.
I guess that makes me an exception.
Guess you are. Listen, you don't mind if I take a few notes here, do you?
No, not at all.
Okay. Let's get down to a question here. Who do you think might have wanted Dr. Campbell dead?
I don't want to sound unappreciative, but every life needs some sort of variety.
An affair? Good heaven, she's contemplating an affair. Who is he?
I'm not talking about an affair. I'm looking for the kind of excitement that comes from danger and intrigue.
Well, darling, most affairs that I know have just that.
Hello, ladies. Hello. I know I'm late. Problem is, I get started and I just can't stop.
Here's your solution. A spending spree.
Oh, no, I've tried that.
Oh.
After a few times, that gets old, too.
Well, what are we talking about?
Well, it seems poor little Holly is down in the dumps because her life is not filled with enough excitement. So I was merely suggesting that if she went out and bought a few dresses and some hats and stuff, she would just be the perfect solution for her, don't you think?
Oh, no, that's much too self-indulgent. I mean, I used to do it, but now I have found much more meaningful pastimes.
Really? You mean all of those are not for you?
Oh, just one measly little old belt. The rest is for people who really need it.
No kidding. You got something for me?
I am serious, Tiff. I mean the truly needy. As a matter of fact, the idea hit me at dawn, and I've been shopping all morning. Oh, God, I bought a little doll.
Holly Scorpio, just the person I wanted to see.
Hello, Mrs. Barrington. May I introduce to you Tiffany Hill and Claudia Phillips?
How do you do?
Well, we've met before. Remember, Mrs. Barrington?
Oh, yes, of course, the Avalon Tea. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you, my dear.
Would you care to join us? Perhaps we can have the waiter pull up a chair.
Oh, thank you. I promise I won't take but a moment of your time. It's a favor I need from you, Holly.
Well, I'm certainly available for favors and anything else.
Yes, it's our annual British Club charity.
Oh, you finally decided on something.
Oh, yes, a boutique. And the proceeds will benefit the waterfront children.
Well, that sounds perfect. And how do I fit in?
Well, the other members and I took a vote, and it was unanimous. We've decided we want to put you in charge.
Me?
Just the excitement she's been looking for.
Well, it sounds like an interesting venture.
And worthwhile, too, don't forget.
I accept, and I'm flattered.
No, aside from that one patient in New York City, I don't remember him mentioning any others.
What about here? I mean, during the course of your interviews, did he mention anyone trying to contact him?
No.
You saw no other patients?
No. He was working on his book here. In fact, I don't even remember being interrupted by a phone call.
You don't know anything?
Just that he was working with a patient in New York and never mentioned a name.
Well, someone called him. They asked him to come. That much I'm sure of.
Now all you have to do is figure out who.
Or why? Either would lead me to a solution.
Yes, I suppose it would. Well, if that will be all for now.
There is one more thing.
Yes?
You were locked away in your hotel room for, how long was it?
Just the one night.
No one saw you.
I was studying.
Didn't want any interruptions, huh?
Exactly.
You did call Jackie Templeton.
Yes. I
And,
said that, and I told you why.
Yeah, you didn't want her to feel put off.
Right. You know, as they say, you either keep them happy or say goodbye. Can't have it both ways.
Yeah. Something I'm just starting to learn. Well, look, thanks very much, Grant.
Thank you. I hope it helped.
Oh, just a second. You did speak to someone else that night. You had to.
No, I don't remember anyone else.
The clerk you asked to hold your calls and messages.
Yes, you're right. I had completely forgotten about him.
Him, eh? You don't remember the name, do you? I mean, he may have seen Campbell the same night.
No, I'm afraid I don't remember his name.
First name would do.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, who recalls stuff like that? Well, once again, thank you for your cooperation. And I hope everything works out with the leg.
I'm certain that it will.
I don't know, maybe I'm nuts. Maybe the guy is telling the truth right down the line.
Uh-oh. Methinks thou has a feeling about this, like Putnam knows a lot more than he's saying.
Perhaps. But he's our strongest link to Campbell. I mean, he knew the guy better than anybody.
Did he have any motive?
Assuming there's a murder. I mean, right now we don't even have a body.
Yeah, but a suspicious disappearance is damn near the same thing in my book.
Well, his story's good, Bert.
Robert, the world is full of good storytellers.
I gotta check into it, if for no other reason.
Well, the worst we can do is find out that the guy is telling the truth.
No harm in that.
You have any other suspects?
No.
But what the hell are we waiting for?
Divine intervention.
What the hell does that mean?
It means that to verify part of his story, I have to talk to Jackie Temple.
Oh, dear. Our own Lois Lane. Surely her old wounds have healed by now.
Don't count on it.
Robert, why don't I just send one of my men over there to do the job?
Waste everybody's time and get a big fat no.
Okay, thank you. I'll do it.
No. No, you're too good a friend, Bert. I'll handle this one. But listen, I'll tell you what I want you to do.
Yeah.
Track down that clerk who was on duty at the hotel. I don't have his name, but there are my notes.
Okay, let me take a look. Oh, great.
Can you understand them?
What's this, Australian Chinese?
Well, it's near enough. Hang on.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's a Mr. Grant Andrews to see you. He says it's very important.
All right. I'll be right with you. Well, enough to get started?
Yeah, I'll have that clerk and Miss Templeton here before we close.
Thank you. Listen, on your way out, send Grant Andrews in, will you?
Okay, will do.
Robert, I'm sorry to just barge in like this.
It's all right, mate. No problem. You said it was important.
Yes, it is. Thank you. There's a co-worker of mine who I think is DBX.
I see.
Could you run a check on him? Maybe call the WSB or run him through your computer?
Well, I suppose I could, so long as you're willing to wait.
Wait, how long?
A couple of days, maybe a week. It depends whether he's on the enemy rosters or not.
Please, don't take too much time. I am convinced that my life is in danger.
All right, look, I'll call the WSB directly. I can't promise anything immediately.
You do understand the situation, though, don't you?
I'll need a name.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Boris Roscoe. I'll get right on him.
So soon. Yeah, but I realize it doesn't give you much time. But you know the British Club. All those teas and discussions and meetings. It's a miracle to get anything accomplished at all.
Ah, but we British usually do rise to the occasion. I hope I can convince both of you to pitch in.
I'll twist arms with everyone I know.
We should try and get everybody in the community, as many as possible, to help us.
Well, I'll enlist the waterfront children. Oh, and I probably get old stuffed shirt Brian to pitch in a little, too.
Oh, I think everyone will pitch in, you know? I mean, I just think it's marvelous.
Well, just first things first. Do you have a location? Have you decided on one yet?
Well, no. Outside of appointing you, we haven't come to any decision.
Oh, well, headache number one. Where do we put it?
Well, why don't we just rent space in the waterfront mall?
Not bad, but I think something that would stand out, make it one of a kind. I know. How about the Avalon Spa?
Ah, that's fantastic. It's a great new building and loaded clientele.
And you'll write it in all the Avalon publicity.
Well, first of all, we need Lorena Sharp's approval.
Darling, how could you possibly turn you down? I mean, she needs a great image here in Port Charles.
And well, if you run into any resistance there, I'll put a word in. I think with a little subtle pressure, I can persuade her to capitulate for certain business reasons.
Okay, well, if I need you, I'll cry help. Otherwise, I'll make an appointment to see you.
Well, you're on your way.
I'll tell the lady you've accepted. Oh, thank you, Holly. I know you'll be a huge success.
I'll do my best.
Enjoy your lunch, lady.
Oh, we will.
Thank
Thanks to
you.
you, Mrs. Barrington. Oh, I just think it's absolutely fantastic, don't you? You're not going to be bored for weeks.
Excuse me, there's Brian. Maybe I can get him to take these packages upstairs.
Right. So, you're a night clerk in a hotel. I guess you must see it all.
Just about.
However, I would imagine it's pretty dull most of the time.
From about 10 o'clock on, except weekends. Weekends, it goes on all night.
How about Mondays?
Oh, quietest night of the week.
Good. That's going to make our job a whole lot easier. Captain Ramsey here, I suppose, told you what we want to talk to you about.
No, sir, he didn't. He just said it was important.
It is very important.
Are you willing to cooperate?
Yes, sir, of course. I've always cooperated with the police.
It's about a tenant of yours, Grant Putnam. You know him?
Sure. Mr. Putnam, he's been with us over a month now.
Nice guy?
Yeah, guess so.
Do you recall a certain conversation on Monday night, February the 13th?
Oh, gee, that was what, 2 weeks ago?
More like 3.
Well, he comes in for his messages occasionally. Doesn't get a lot of mail. Wait a minute. Was that the night he was studying for his medical exams?
Might have been.
Sure, I remember. He came down and he said he didn't want any interruptions. He had these real important tests, and he didn't want us to ring his room or allow any visitors.
How long was that?
Until he told me otherwise.
And how long was that?
The next morning. I was getting ready to go home, and he came down and told me.
So you're sure that he was in his room all that night?
Oh, I'll assume so. I mean, why else would he want all that peace and quiet?
Did you actually see him go into his bedroom?
No, sir, just to the elevator.
And he didn't come down again?
No, sir, not until the next morning.
Tell me, in your opinion, would it have been possible for him to have gotten out or gotten past you without seeing?
Yeah, if he wanted to. I'm sure he could have, but why would he want to?
Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Oh, sure.
We'll be in touch if there's anything else.
You know where to find me.
Hotels are like any other buildings. They have windows, fire escapes, staircases. I mean, he could have got by without any trouble.
Sure, but without a witness, we have nothing.
Send Jackie in.
Yeah, would you like to see her alone?
What does that mean?
You know her and me. I can't even get her to talk when I have a subpoena.
Okay, stay close.
Oh, I will. I'll put the riot squad on alert.
Well, well, here we are together again. How are you, Robert?
Fine. And you?
I was terrific. Till 2 policemen arrived at my office with instructions to escort me here.
Well, I thought I'd take the liberty. I mean, I know how cooperative you like to be.
You know, if you want any sources from me, that you're wasting your time.
This has nothing to do with your professional life.
I don't believe it. You're asking me for a date. Let me tell you, Robert, the phone would have been a lot easier and safer, especially if you're married, which I believe you are.
Well, I know how you love to jump to conclusions.
Really, I was just kidding. We both have our own lives. I realize that.
Which is what I want to talk to you about. A certain relationship you're involved in.
None of your business.
Oh, Grant seems to think it is. He's under the impression you're friends.
I assume we're talking about Grant Putnam.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have made that clear. As a matter of fact, he's helping us with a case we're involved in, and I need you to verify his story.
If I can.
You spoke with him on Monday night, February the 13th. I believe he said he was going to be incommunicado.
He was studying for his medical entrance exam. I remember the call.
Do you recall exactly what he said?
He said that if I was trying to get through to him, that his calls were being held by the hotel.
I see.
And he knew that I would be upset, so he wanted to let me know. You see, Grant's a very considerate man.
Yes, he must be.
Kind, grateful. So many of those attributes you're lacking.
Well, I guess it takes a woman to bring them out in certain people.
Not in Grant's case. You see, he's kind to everyone, even his so-called enemies.
I take it you're referring to the other Grant here.
All right, fine. You can say that. You're the police commissioner. But I'll tell you something right now. Grant Putnam is a kind, decent man. If you're trying to suspect him of something, you're a bigger fool than I thought you were.
We'll see, won't we?
Yes, won't we? Goodbye, sir. Have fun on your goose chase.
Hi.
Oh, hello. I didn't expect to see you home so soon.
I can even come back later if you like.
Don't you dare.
Well, aren't you the sight for sore eyes? How was your lunch?
It was better than I expected, actually.
Oh, learn all sorts of nice, juicy gossip?
No, I received an assignment.
I don't think I like the sound of this.
Don't worry. It's nothing that you would disapprove of, Commissioner. It's a social assignment.
Oh?
I'm going to be overseeing the British Club's charity boutique to help needy waterfront children.
Well, what do you know?
I knew you'd say something like that. Well, what do you know?
Well, listen, by the time things start to roll along, you're going to have no time for poor old Robert.
Don't worry, I'm sure I'll be able to squeeze in a little time for you somewhere.
Between meetings?
And early morning,
What about late nights?
our best time.
And here's me thinking I'd be the only one enjoying myself. Oh. You know, if you're as good at planning boutiques as you are at kissing, you're going to be selling all those little kids $300 suits before summer.
I'll see what I can do. Who's Boris Roscoe?
Boris? Oh, what did you find out about Boris?
A memo you left on the table.
That's sneaky and underhanded.
Takes one to know one. Who is he?
Name I'm running through the computer.
For a reason, no doubt.
A good reason. One I have no intention of sharing with you at the moment.
You know what, Robert?
What?
You shouldn't have married me. You should have married a golden retriever.
What?
Because I don't think I'm going to be very good.
Wait,
Like,
all right.
basically,
Hold
you're
it.
feeling-
Hold it. Now. The training will start right now.
Robert Scorpio, you are the most egotistic,
Yeah.
self-satisfied, smug
Wait
MCP
a
that
minute. Self-satisfied, smug, egotistical. What was the
a
last
male
one? Was that good?
chauvinist pig.
Oh, that's a good one. Miss my smile always when you open the end. Don't laugh now. Come on. I better laugh. Look, we're laughing. Hey, you're going to mess it up. Yeah, you've messed it up.
Why can I never stay angry at you?
I love you for it. Let's go upstairs and make love all night.
Well, if you tell me who Boris Roscoe is.
Never, not while I have breath in my body.